32-year-old, aHUS patient. Exactly 10 years back, I was having my first episode of aHUS. So I didn't know that it was aHUS, or, neither the doctors who diagnosed me knew about it. It was fairly simple. The symptoms were like, your blood, you can found blood samples in your urine, which turns, pink or, mild red. And I had an episode of jaundice as well, with elevated urea creatinine values plus high blood pressure. So at that age, when I was 22, these were abnormal, blood pressure to have. And suddenly, when the doctors figured out that there was a damage in my kidney, and I was immediately put to dialysis at that point of time. And they had a round of plasmapheresis for me as well, like 7 to 8 sessions of plasmapheresis. They were able to control down the hematuria, where the hemolysis and everything were stopped, but still they were not able to save my kidney. The kidney damage was already done, which was quite disappointing. But I was put on dialysis for the next 11 months, 10 years back. So in the 11 months, I had a very hard time of, doing dialysis. I was pretty, tall, fit, but what happens when people go for dialysis, you lose weight, a lot of fatigue, and, your work-life balance is a mess. So a lot of things happen, but luckily you get around it. You will definitely, come around it. When you are in that position, you would get back in your feet, start working, etc. And with the support of your family members, etc. And the good thing happened was, after 11 months of dialysis, my kidney started to function again, but not with the full-fledged functioning. But the damage was done, but at a rate of like 35 to 40% functioning. For the next 10 years, it was functioning well. So from 2016 to 2024, my kidneys were functioning okay. And after 2024, again, I started having, the symptoms of, end stage kidney disease, like, swelling of legs, fatigue, proteinuria, protein in the urea, the urine, etc. All those things were quite, visible. Then when we took the, ultrasound scan and other things, we saw that the kidney had failed again. So this time there was no escape for me. So currently I'm right now doing dialysis, and learning a lot about my disease and other things. So one important thing I would like to touch upon here is about your genetic testing. So 10 years back, there was no proper genetic testing, or centers to literally identify what type of mutation, or is it because of a genetic mutation you have the disease or not. But last year I was able to find that out, and I have a CF5 mutation in my genetic testing. So we tested everybody in my family, my father, mother, and my sibling as well. So apart from my mother, everybody are tested for CF5 mutation, and unluckily I'm the only one who had an episode of aHUS, right? And currently I am actually I'm currently actually doing dialysis, waiting for a kidney transplant. And the transplant is also a little complicated. You might have a relapse after the transplant, because that is one of the major stress which can happen to your body. So that, again, the complement factors, the breaking, which Dr. Aravind told about, will not happen. So that is where I'm, right now. And the other important thing I want to touch upon is about how the government is helping this rare disease people. So there is a national rare disease policy. You can look it up in the internet if your rare disease is mentioned over that. And there are a lot of center of excellences available in each metro cities and, other tier 2 cities. So go yourself, go there by yourself and get registered for the rare diseases you have, especially in our case, like aHUS. And the government has a lot of subsidies and, plans for, covering your cost. I think it is covering up to 50 lakhs of your medical expenses through the government, through the center of excellences. So you can gather all the reports, your genetic testing reports, a letter from the doctor, and do visit these center of excellences and register yourself for this policy of national rare disease policy from the government. And that I have registered myself. And you guys can reach out to me in the chat or anything regarding the registration process as well. And yes, I am waiting for the medicines to be launched in India, so that I can go ahead with my kidney transplantation. So there are a lot of complications with the transplantation. Again, my doctor has personally advised to have a euclizumab therapy along with the transplant. procedure being carried on. It's been a very tough journey, but I'm pretty sure that if the family members and others supporting, we can definitely come around it. And to see a lot of participants here in this webinar, I really feel that we are not alone in this entire struggle. And thank you, Kamal sir, for having this organization built. And I'm pretty sure this will be super duper helpful for everybody who is seeking support, etc., in this rare disease. It's rare, but I think we are not common. I mean, it's getting more common now as we see a lot of participants and in this foundation and the group. So that's pretty much a high level understanding of my journey. And if you have any questions from a patient's perspective, please do put it in the Q&A session. I'll try my best to answer. So yeah, thank you so much for this opportunity, guys. Yeah.